You don't, you don't.
Blessings, everybody, and welcome to Lady Blues Blue Table Talk. We about to just roll up our sleeve and just dive right on up in there. We have special guests today, Brooklyn in the building, and we also got David Get At Me. David, please request a box because it's about to get real juicy. So today, basically, we have the fellas pull up, tell us their point of view, and we just say,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Hello,
Now,
hello.
don't get me
Hello,
wrong,
hello.
ladies. It's okay to get your point of view in there, and it's okay to voice your opinion. But sometimes it's nice to just sit back, listen, and hear the way a man's brain ticks. Okay? Because sometimes I think that we are a little bit too judgmental, too fast to assume, and you'll be surprised how much we actually have in common. If you just listen and let a guy talk, you'll realize, you know what? It really wasn't that serious. If I would have let him talk, I would have
Holy Mike, what
heard
up?
that, you know what? It's about the same thing that I was thinking. So that's the whole purpose of me having Lady Blues Blue Table Talk. Sometimes I think that women are quick to assume and are quick to attack. And you know what? They really don't know. It's always a reason behind the reason why a person feels the way they do, just like you do. So today's topic is family structure. Okay? And before I state exactly what it is, I'm gonna let both of these fellas tell you a little bit about themselves. So Brooklyn, well obviously we see Brooklyn, are you from Brooklyn?
No, I'm in Pennsylvania right now.
No, I'm in Pennsylvania right now.
Okay, so well why did you pick the name
Because I used to
Brooklyn?
live in Brooklyn and
Because I used to live in Brooklyn and
I used to go on the Brooklyn
I used
Phonics,
to
but then
go
I
on the
changed the
Brooklyn
phonics. I put
Phonics, but then
Brooklyn
I
on
changed
now.
the Phonics. I put Brooklyn on
That's what I
now.
go under now.
So that's what I go under now.
Oh, okay. So Brooklyn, are you a dad? Are you married?
Uh,
Do you have
I
children?
was
Tell us a little
I
bit about
was
I was
yourself.
about to get married after
I
my
was
girlfriend
about to get
passed
married
away. She
after my
passed away in
girlfriend passed
February,
away. She
so I
passed
was
away in
gonna get
February,
married with
so
her,
I was
and she
gonna get
passed
married
away.
with her,
So
and she passed away.
that went out
So
the door and stuff like
that
that.
went out
I
the
have a
door and stuff
daughter.
like that. I
She's
have a daughter.
32 years old.
She's 32 years old.
Dad, because I
Dad,
haven't
because
speaking to my
I
daughter
haven't
since she
speaking
was
to my
7.
daughter
So
since she was 7. So
I found all this out now
I
that
found
I'm
all
a
this out
granddad.
now that I'm a
You know what I'm
granddad.
saying? So
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
happy to
So
be a granddad, but
I'm happy to be a
I'm not
granddad,
happy
but
to.
I'm not happy to.
I'm just not
I
happy with the
just,
stuff that went
I'm
on
just
with
not happy
me
with the
and her
stuff that
mother.
went on with me and her mother. So
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, blessings. David, so why did you pick the name David Get At Me and tell us a little bit about you
Oh
too?
well.
Well, David's actually my name.
Well,
That's my
David's
real
actually
name.
my name. That's my real name.
Get at me was a name that
Get
I
at me was a
chose
name that I chose
a long time ago. I
a
actually
long
put get
time
at
ago.
me in my
I
name
actually put Get
when
at Me in my
I
name
changed my name
when
completely
I
when
changed my name
VIPs came out.
completely when VIPs
But
came out.
Tag first brought
But
VIPs to
Tag
the
first
table.
brought VIPs
I
to the
took all my
table.
pictures
I
down and I
took all
changed
my
my name
pictures
from
down and I
David to
changed my
Get
name
at
from
me. It was
David
just
to
Get at
Get
me.
at Me. It was just
I
Get
didn't
at
want
Me.
nobody to know who I
I didn't want
was
nobody
because
to know who I was
honestly,
because,
a lot of behavior
honestly,
changed
a
differently
lot of
when
behavior
you
changed
became
differently
VIP. A lot of
when you
clout
became
became behind
VIP. A
that,
lot
and
of
I didn't
clout
want
became
people to
behind
rock with
that,
me
and I
because
didn't
of
want
that.
people to rock with me
So
because
I
of
took
that.
my name down, and
So
then
I
I
took
wanted to
my
build my
name down and I
audience a
wanted
little
to
bit.
build
But
my audience a little bit. But
I screwed
it
myself
kind
up
of,
because
I
when I
screwed
decided to
myself up because when
broadcast,
I decided to
nobody knew who I
broadcast,
was
nobody knew who I was
because it had get at me, and I went back to
because they had
David.
Get at Me and I went back to David.
So it was kind of a
So
problem. So I
it
ended
was
up
kind
putting
of a
David
problem.
get
So I
at
ended
me.
up
I made
putting
it one
David Get
name,
at Me. I made it one name.
and it's been David get at me for
And
like
it's been
4 years
David Get
now.
at Me for like 4 years now.
I think it's very unique though. Honestly, I think it fits you. It fits your energy, your personality. It stands out. Nobody else has that name, so I think that it was a power move. It was a smart move, in my
Thank you,
opinion.
thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, I love it. So just so you guys know, both of these awesome people, amazing people that are in the box. They are my bouncers. I'm just little old me, Lady Blue Ice. They get mad when I say that, but I'm just a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm a top badge or whatever, but my badge belongs to my bouncers. So if I glorify them, that's just the way I am. Just so y'all know, just a little bit about me. Anyway, I'm Unbreakable Lady Blue Ice. I have this show on Wednesdays, 8 o'clock. Pull up, meet the amazing people who are willing to get in the box. And again, to recap, it's Blue Table Talk. The guys are going to be doing some talking, and we're going to be learning. So, y'all ready? Okay, so the topic is family structure. Now, it's 3 spots, and there's 3 titles. Okay? Now, 1, 2, and 3. The first title is Mother. The second title is Wife. You are happily married. And the other one is your child. So Brooklyn, we gonna jump at you first, cause then we gotta go to David Get At Me. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go over the bridge. Brooklyn, when it comes to family structure, who comes first, second, and last, and why? Mother, you're happily married, your wife, and your beautiful child.
Well, my number one is it was always my mom. My mom's is not here no more, but my mom's is not here no more. But I still say that in your life, your number one is your mother. Your number one is your mother. She brought you into the world. So second will be my daughter. And then third will be my wife.
Okay.
But number one is always gotta be. Your mother. Your mother's the one that brought you into the world. She's the one that could take you out the world. So I always said my mother was always number one. So those are my 3.
Interesting.
Those are my 3.
Okay, so why is why? Okay, so you said why your mother is number 1. Why is your second person the second person?
It's my daughter. I love my daughter. I love my daughter. I'm not saying I don't love my wife. My daughter is my daughter. You know what I'm saying? My daughter is my daughter. I gave her all the love she wanted. Same thing with my wife. Same thing with my wife. I was with her. I gave her all my everything. But I said it. Everything. But I said it. It's always going to be number 2. Is always going to be my daughter.
And your number 3 will always be
your wife. It would be the wife. A lot of people won't agree with that. But I agree with it because my daughter is my daughter. So, that's how I put it.
Interesting. Okay. David, get at me. So, what sequence would you go in and tell us why? Elaborate why.
Based on my experience, I've been in a long relationship. I've never been married, ever.
But wait, right now you married though. Y'all have to think like you're married. You're happily married.
I think like I'm happily married.
Your wife.
Oh shit. So
hypothetically,
I've always spoiled my kids. Always.
There'll be an argument in the house.
I'm in the show.
I'm in the show.
But then today the Blue Eyes on live.
I've always done for my wife too. She always got my last. She always got hers. If she was something that she wanted to do, she wanted to be a part of, I made sure that she had her way.
My mother, I live at home now.
I live at home now with my mother. So she come first now. Like realistically, in this world that I live in, I'm a single parent. I've been single for a long time, longer than I have been in a relationship. I just got out of a relationship 11 and a half years. I've probably been single upwards
about 7,
8 years. So it's coming.
I don't mind being.
It's cool. I don't mind being single because I'm not gonna settle for nothing less than I know what I deserve.
That's very, very important.
That's very, very important. When you're thinking about the household, you got to start off. If you building anything you build, you need to start off with a foundation.
You know what I mean? You need a solid foundation.
You know what I mean? You need a solid foundation, and hopefully you find the right partner. Your wife end up, bringing together that missing piece. You know what I mean? But you gotta make sure you got the right one. You're not gonna know in a day or two. In a day or two, it might take a while. But it's cool. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait for it.
So your number one is who?
I would have to say my number one would be my wife.
And why would your number one be your wife if you're married?
Because I'm happy. Happy with life. Because I'm happy. Happy with life. Happy wife.
And who would your number two be?
My kid. My kid. My child.
Okay. Why would your number two be your child?
Because they automatic. They get everything they want all the time. My daughter and my son, anything they want, they ask for, they got. We might put a little argument up there, and they might threaten about not getting it, but they ended up getting it. They got that PlayStation 5, they got that Xbox 360, whatever it is they was getting. They always got it, you know what I mean? So.
Did you make them earn it, or you just gave it to them because you just love them so much?
You know what it is? I felt like I was denied things when I was younger. There was things that I wanted growing up that I wasn't able to obtain. So now that I'm older and I have grown up money, I'm not going to put them in the experience. And that's probably my own doing. I probably kick my own self in the butt. Be able to get it. If something breaks, we'll just get it. If something breaks, we'll just get that to get a new one or something like that. Nah, I think I kind of screwed myself up, but they're getting older and they got good head on their shoulders, so hopefully I didn't do too much damage to myself.
Okay. All right. And then, of course, the last person.
Mom would want me to do for them first. That's mom's tuition is always thinking about others first. And I know my mom like I think I do. She would want me to do for them first, or at least before her. She might do for the kids. She might do for the kids first, then take put herself in because she ain't really like my wife or my ex.
Okay, so you think that when it comes to the first and the second location, it kind of depends on mom to agree. The energy of her liking your wife, basically, you're saying.
Mom always has the answers. Anytime you find yourself in a quarrel or there's some not sitting right with you, you go to mom for the help. Mom always got what you need to hear. You know what I mean?
That wisdom.
Always had it. Always got it. Always had it.
Nice. Okay, we hear you. Nice. Everybody take the time to welcome Shenanigans in the building. Hi, Shenanigans.
Hello, everybody.
So, Shenanigans, tell us about yourself. Tell us why you picked that name, and are you married? Are you? It doesn't say where you're from. Where you're from? Brooklyn got Brooklyn in his name. That ain't where he at. But just tell a little something about yourself, Shenanigans. Break the ice. Tell us about you.
Name came because everybody's full of themselves. Everybody's full of themselves. Ain't nobody tried it yet. No, never been married, but I'm hoping. To be. Hopefully next year. I don't want to jinx it though. What else? I have 5 kids, 4 girls. I kind of did the same error that he kind of did that he sees. I scored the hell out of him, so now they think everything is free. So when they call me, it's not like a real. It's not like a real text. When you said that, we kind of messed it all up, and we just gave them what they wanted. I'm not saying you really. I'm not saying you really. I didn't make them really understand that. No, this is not easy. This is not easy. Being in the military, didn't see them, so I gave them everything. Nobody gave me anything when I was young. So I gave them even more. And they get me mad. I have an ice cream that show up. I take it to my son. I smash on the ground. But then I go buy them. I know I'm trying to know that. Like you can't.
Thank you, holy mommy. Thank you, appreciate that.
Appreciate that. I'm still, but my kids are older now.
My kids are older now. So I got green.
Okay.
I got green.
You know how you want. You know, the kids don't come with a manual, so I feel as though we raised them to basically
best knowledge.
Exactly, and our goal is basically to do for them better than what we had. Period. So I completely understand. So the juicy topic, of course, is what is your family structure, and you have to tell us why. Right? Of importance. So there's 3 spots and there's 3 titles. So we're gonna fast forward it to a year. Okay, you're married. You're happily married, Shenanigans.
I'm gonna pretend. You know what I'm doing right now? I'm gonna pretend. You know what I'm doing right now?
We're gonna fast forward it real quick. You married right now, happily. Okay, you got it. All right. So which one is it? It's number 1 is who? Your mom, your wife, or your child? And you got to tell us 1, 2, and 3. Mother, wife, and child. In what order? And why?
Happily married.
You might not happily married. You may not like my first answer.
No, it's not what I like.
I have to put myself first. I have to put myself first.
Only because. No,
but
you're not on the list.
I have to put myself there. Listen, I have to put myself there because I realize if I don't do this stuff myself, shit ain't never gonna get done. I don't do what I gotta do to make sure I do what I gotta do to make sure I can do what I gotta do. Nothing's gonna happen at the end because I'm always doing this shit by myself. I don't expect nobody to put nobody to I'm gonna do everything. You know, I'm gonna do everything. I put myself first. I never have. I've always put Uncle Cool. I lost my car. I lost this. I lost money because I wasn't worried about cheap. It will go me. My wife will go me. My wife and my kids. My kids only because it's me and their mother. So you know, but my wife would have to be second. And then myself. But I'm only making myself first. I'm only making myself first so everybody has everything.
Where's mom?
She's with her boyfriend. She's with her boyfriend.
So wait a minute. We snatched your mom off your list.
My mother. Nobody knows my mother. Her boyfriend's a singer. So she's like a groupie to me. So she's like a groupie to me. I already get it. He's a celebrity kind of. So he's doing a little chasing thing. So I stay out of there.
Okay, so on Shenanigans list, he just snatched mommy off.
Not purposely. She can come in when she wants, but I'm not chasing her.
Okay, so she number 4. You added another slot.
Thank you for the beach. Appreciate that. I'll take her. She could be 4.
Oh, no, I'm trying to understand.
He said number 4.
I'm trying to understand.
It's me, my wife, my kids. I feel like it's me, my wife, my kids. Not my mother. Me, my wife, my kids. Not my mother. Me, my wife, not my father. Me, my wife, my kids.
Okay.
And only say this because my mother and father did not take care of me growing up. I remember when I was like 10, I don't remember seeing them again. So they really didn't do much.
Wow, that's interesting. Well, everybody has their own reasons.
My family became Americanized when they got here. They became Americanized when they got here. They never want to go back home. I don't know what it is. So they had me, left me. They had me, left me, and did their own American thing.
Where are they from? Where's your family from?
Haiti. But once they got here, it's like they never want to go back.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I mean, all of you had really good answers. Now, I'm gonna switch it around a little bit. Okay, Brooklyn, you have a son. What structure would you want him to go by?
What do you mean by what structure?
I mean, what structure would you want him to go by when there's mother, wife, and child?
It all depends what structure he wants to go by. I can't tell him what to do. I can't tell him what to do. You know, if he wants to pick his wife, he picks his wife. He wants to pick his mother. You know, daughter, whatever. I can't tell him what to do. So
you basically will respect whatever he selects. And like tell him, listen, you do this, so this way there's peace.
I would respect that.
I would respect that.
I would respect his wishes.
I would respect his wishes. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
No doubt.
All right.
No doubt.
I can respect that too. Yes. So, David,
Yes.
your son, you're raising him, and you're like, listen, this is how I did things.
I'm in the show right now.
This is the choices that I would make. What would you try to persuade your son to take in consideration to mold his life in a positive direction? What would you suggest for your son or hope he would, take on?
To just
I don't know, it's just hard,
as a boy who turned into a man, you like you really have to experience things for yourself to get a good idea of what we verbally trying to explain to them. So you can tell them stay out of the streets, stay away from them girls, keep in the books or whatever, and until they actually experience something where he's like,
I knew I shouldn't have been
oh shit, I knew I shouldn't have been hanging with them kids, but now I'm on probation. Now I got community service. Or I shouldn't have been hanging out with those boys in the bathroom. Now I got suspended for 10 days, and I wasn't even kicking the door. I was just hanging out. You know what I mean? You're guilty by association. So you gotta be, you really gotta have those experiences. So boys is just hard-headed knuckleheads. Not many times that we gonna listen when you say something. We really gotta experience
hopefully he'll just be
open to listen when I say whether it's go right, go left, jump, just fall back, just take that in consideration that I'm trying to steer you in the right direction so that you don't have to go through what we went through or what I went through. But in reality, I know he not gonna really get to understand it until he experiences it himself. That tough love is the most beneficial to you.
Tough love.
That tough love, you know what I mean?
Laying down when
your parents when they want to pull you out, to bail you out, and they can't do it because you need to experience this.
Hopefully he just take it into consideration.
Hopefully he just take it into consideration that I'm trying. I only mean best for. I appreciate the faith. Thank you, Vaughn. Thank you, Velvet.
Thank you. So basically, you're saying you want your son, based on life experiences and tough love, to pick his own order. You would not basically tell him to necessarily pick the order that you picked. Am I correct?
I made a lot of mistakes. So I'm the perfect example. I'm a living example of everything. Like felon, I haven't graduated high school, you know what I mean? But I got college credits, which is awkward. How the fuck you get college credits when you don't even have a high school diploma? But that's just a perfect example. It's like I did it all. I've been there already. You know what I mean? You got so much more of an opportunity by me still being here to explain to you, this is what you need to stay on. This is what you need to not do.
But again, they're gonna make their mistakes.
They're gonna make their mistakes.
Lay down with that girl.
They're gonna lay down with that girl because she got the
whatever it is.
She got the whatever it is that you turned on by. You know what I mean? It's hard. So
it's what it is,
It's what it is, Hopefully he'll get the picture. But again, too, I would hope to think that there's somebody there in his life, like his mom's, that can also back up what I'm saying, because there need to be an agreement between what we preach and what we teaching our son. I can't teach him one way and then you teach him another way. Like saying that it's okay for him to do stuff and not okay. So it boils down to the right partner, the right partner, the co-parent. Not that you got to be in a relationship, but you got to really co-parent for the best of the child.
Absolutely. I like that. Absolutely. Shenanigans.
We all have different kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you want to pass the baton? How would your baton look that you passing on to your son as far as what you would want him to, what order you would want him to function in, or is it along the lines of what the two fellas are saying that spoke previously? Give us a kind of.
My son's a Leo. Unfortunately, I don't even know why that even mattered. He had to let me know. Things can be done just another way.
So he's proven to me the same stuff people are doing that get in trouble for. There's a way to do it to not get in trouble. And I keep telling him, stop wasting your life proving these things to me. You need to live your life. Don't prove me wrong. He's been trying to prove me wrong. He's been trying to prove me wrong
his whole life. Is he a hard head, soft behind?
You see my son Jay.
Yeah, you see my son Jay. Like David just spoke about.
You know J-Dot. He been on my life.
He been on my life.
He lives in Pennsylvania now. I'm hoping he's going to do better. I just hope he does what he has to do because nobody taught me how to do it. I'm hoping his DNA just like me in a way. He's going to figure shit out because nobody told me what to do. And I always felt like if they did what I have done. Look how I'm trying to tell my son stuff. Look how I'm trying to tell my son stuff now. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll try. Everything. Like anything he does. Like anything he does. I feel like he didn't never watch what I did. Like if he has a problem with the law. Like if he has a problem with the law and his girlfriend, he thinks if he runs to the cops first. I'm like, I don't know where he got this stuff from. I'm like, I don't know where he got this stuff from. He lives in New York. I don't know what's wrong. I'm like, yo, stop. No, they're not like parents. You run to the cop and you go tell first. Just don't do anything. Dude, just don't do anything. So hopefully he gets his world. I'm hoping he's gonna work it. He's gonna work out. If worst comes to worst, I'm still gonna be there. I already told him all. I'm not riding with y'all in there. I'm not riding with y'all in there. Out here. I'm riding with y'all out here. I'll still be here for you. I'll still be here for you. I'm not cornering for you. I'm not cornering. Your job is to make sure you stay out of trouble. Your job is to make sure you stay out of trouble. That's it. And live as long as happens next. I don't know what happens next.
It's different when you're young. It's different when you're young, but if you're adult, you get adult punishment.
He's 23.
Yeah, he's 23. I'm hoping that he's learning.
But he's doing good so far.
He's doing good so far. And, he thinks he's like God's gift to women.
That was my answer.
That was my answer. Answered everything that you asked. Unless I missed something. God's gift. Crazy. God's gift. Crazy.
So you're telling me your son ain't conceited?
Sorry, singing.
You're saying your son ain't conceited?
You think your son ain't conceited? My son shy.
Oh, my son's at the powder.
My son's at the powder. All my sons is shy.
Oh, okay.
Forget it. My middle son Jaden, he 18. He got more confidence than the rest. He got more confidence than the rest of them. He'll go out. He'll venture off. He has a small social ability. The other two, no social skills. They got social skills. They got social skills online. Playing video games online. Minecraft, Roblox, whatever they playing or whatever. That's the only social experience they have. In person, they won't talk to hug them. And I can imagine what their proms and dances are like. You know what I mean? They're just sitting on the wall. Just looking back and forth. I can imagine. Okay, my fault.
No, I love it. I really do. So, okay, I'm going to start with Brooklyn. So, Brooklyn, do you believe that even with your parenting skills, the way that kids are today and the different things they're exposed to, that their family structure would be different than yours?
I don't know how to say that, but if it is, I'll try to talk to them and tell them what not to do and what to do. But
from your experience, yeah, because they really don't do the. Let me speak to the elders in the family. Brooklyn, you know what they doing? They like, let me Google this real quick.
That's enough.
Let me go to
YouTube. So listen, we used to go to the elders in our family, or we would go to an encyclopedia at the most. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have. Look, I'm telling our age. I got enough hair color, right?
Your age.
Y'all don't see the gray hair.
Right?
I'm 20. Your age.
I'm only 25.
Y'all don't see the hair color, right?
23 and I'm 28.
My son's 23 and I'm 28.
28 where?
You're right.
28 where? You know, okay, I admit it. You know, I'm a little bit over the hill, but I'm just saying, like, let's be realistic. A lot of kids in this day and age, they're raised by Roblox and You know, a lot of parents don't have the time because they're like, if I don't work, I can't pay the rent. My kids don't have a roof over their head. They don't have no food in their mouth. They don't have clothes. They don't have an opportunity to have a better life childhood than I did if I didn't go out here and bust my behind the way I did. We earned ours. We had to go get ours. We learned that being a hustler, baby, was how you was gonna do it. Barbers know they hustlers. It was something that you had to embrace. I don't care what trade or what you took up. You was a hustler. I don't care if you was locked up when you came out, baby. You was out there selling oils, incense, or whatever. Was shea butter, soap. Everybody made something out of nothing. You understand what I'm saying? We took the time to make it happen. Women were cooking meals and selling plates, hot plates. Baby, come get your dinner. $10 a plate, whatever. We were just different. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, knowing that your child will come to you last. Because now they got this Google. Why we do this, y'all? Because you know we the ones who designed it, right? Google is not older than us. Y'all know this, right? We all older than Google. Don't play with me, Shenanigans. You know you older than Google.
I'm from the AOL.
See, now they want to act like they don't know, y'all. Ain't that messed up?
Now you from the AOL.
They know they older than Google. I'm older than Google, okay? And my hair color is intact. You know what I'm saying? It's in check. But knowing that these kids won't even take the time to come to us, and we will be last resort. Brooklyn, to know that your children are being raised during the AI generation and the Google generation will come to you last.
I'll be pissed off.
Like, how do you feel about that when it comes to family structure and how it's influencing their decision about?
I will be pissed off because I will tell them why did he come to me? That's me the question. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That don't happen to me.
I get mad at my kids because the answers are so easily accessible to you right there. Like, it's so easy for you to pick up your phone and ask Siri whatever it is you're trying to find out.
They don't know how to do that.
And they don't know how to do that.
It's like, bro.
You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you appreciate that. You know how to open up the game. You know how to go on YouTube. You know how to go on YouTube and find out the 36 cheat code.
But you don't know how to open up a map and find your grandmother's address
to go to her house. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how to read a compass, or you don't know how to, you know what I mean? Like, it bothers me. You know what I mean? Like, the answer for so many things are easily accessible. But again, a lot of that's our fault. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
The yellow pages?
The yellow pages?
Not the yellow book.
Not the yellow book.
Not the yellow book.
Not the yellow book.
But for a long time, like
these video games and the internet became the kids' babysitters.
Let me get them out my hair.
Let me get them out my hair for a little bit. Sit them down in front of this video game. Y'all go crazy. And now that became your escape from parenting for a little bit. Let them play the game for a little bit. Then you got comfortable. Then you knew that anytime you wanted them out your hair, you could just put them on the game. And then that became second nature. So now they always on the game or whatever. And that's our own fault because we never listened to how much time we put on these little virtual reality gaming systems or whatever.
And again, you know that bites us in the ass.
Now my boys are older. They're a little bit more outside, a little more adventurous.
My youngest sister
was trapped indoors, but I kind of want them indoors. You know, these boys has been getting real reckless on these streets just for hanging out in the wrong spot. Being bad for you. You know, I live in a city where it's high.
The body counts are high.
The body counts are high for the year already. I couldn't imagine getting a phone call saying my son was somewhere. I don't even want. You know what I mean? I don't even want to even think about it. So I'm cool with him being inside playing video games. You know what I mean?
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that.
Come on, Shenanigans. Come on, dump out the box and tell us what's ticking in your head. Cause I know you like, hold up. AI, Google raising my kids, being around my kids.
I feel like structure isn't something that they even care about. I don't even think a lot of kids even know what the hell it is. Like, what we try to make them be, I don't really think they understand it. Like Like you don't want your kids to disrespect.
Like you don't want your kids to disrespect.
There's something you just don't want.
There's something you just don't want.
My kids have done it. My
kids have done it.
I'm sorry, not my daughters.
I'm sorry, not my son.
17 and 19.
17 and 19.
Deadbeat letters from them. I got a bunch of stuff. Why?
I got a bunch of stuff.
Just for missing one day.
Just for missing one day.
Wait till I got paid.
I needed to wait till I got paid.
Just because I had to wait to get paid.
Just because I had to wait to get paid.
I got paid literally 3 hours later.
I got paid literally 3 hours later. I didn't send her shit.
All she had to do was wait.
No page check. Every time I asked, I'm like, yo, I send y'all money. This is how old are you?
19.
She's 19. The girl that's wrote it was 19, but she was 18 when she sent it. It was like literally like last year. She lived with your baby mother. You live with her mother.
They all live in New York.
Yeah, they all live in New York. What type of relationship you have with your mother?
Be easy on New York. Wait a minute.
You have a healthy relationship with your baby mom?
She never let me know when
Not really. She never let me know when they're hurt, sick, nothing.
I just pay no mind, so I just take care of my kids.
I just take care of my kids. That's their way of connecting to them on you. That's their way of bonding. You the enemy. You the op. Trying to have a relationship with my baby mother. I don't even talk to my baby. I don't even talk to my daughter right now because of that. I haven't spoken to my daughter in like 3 years. I never seen my grandkids, anything. Like because of that. You know what I mean? I'm the op to them.
That's how they bond.
But it's like that's how they bond.
So I know what you
experience.
I'm gonna go see him. I'm gonna send him, take him to a little dinner place. I'm not gonna wait down and talk because I'm not gonna wait for these kids. For these kids to come to their senses.
They done already qualified for YouTube because listen, we can't send this to tag because they gonna be like, y'all was talking like that on Blue Show, and she ain't saying nothing to y'all.
Just
She must have left the Brooklyn because they was just a cussing.
Just beat that out. Don't worry about it. You can beat that out. Don't worry about it. You can beat it out.
Once you do that, that's a dope ass idea. Real talk. You know what I mean? Get together with them and give them an opportunity.
I'm doing it separately.
I'm doing it separately. I can't put them together. It becomes a team. Yeah, no, absolutely. You want them ganging up on you. Hell no. If they do, I'll leave them with the check. Not you gonna leave them with the check. Not you gonna leave them with the check.
I will leave and they'll pay that check.
I will leave and they'll pay that check. He say gonna leave with the check. He say gonna leave with the check. How about they don't got no money? How about they don't got no money? They gonna be doing this.
I'll come back and pay. I'm gonna let them think they're gonna go through it.
I'm gonna let them think they're gonna go through it.
I'll walk out and let the owner know what I'm doing.
I'll walk out and let the owner know what I'm doing. Shit.
No, you can make them understand.
You can make them understand. Go walk out and talk to the owner. Yo, scare him up. Don't worry about it.
Scare him up. Don't worry about it.
That's why I'm making sure the whole place
That's what making sure the whole place
somebody's like case run their mouth.
Run their mouth. I got this.
That's it though.
That's it though.
I don't think they're gonna go.
I don't think they're really gonna do that structure like me. What I want is what I want, but I realize what I want don't mean nothing because they get older and they live their own life. And that's another thing. You don't want them to feel. I feel like girls with my daughter, and you force too much on them, they become rebellious. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't want to push them away by doing too much. You know what I mean? I don't want to push her away by doing too much. So I kind of give her space. I wanted her to have some sort of self-reliance and know that you don't need nobody. You know what I mean? You could do on your own, but she quit working. She quit working and got unemployment, and they was giving her money. And it's like,
they're messing up your teacher.
They're messing up your teacher. Like they was just giving her.
He sound like Biggie for a minute. Then he was like COVID, and he was like,
paid the people. I
can't even teach my kids right. She refused to go back to work. She was like, "What? I make more money than I got paid. Hourly. Like I'm good. Like I'm not going back." 2 years later,
still collecting unemployment.
Still collecting unemployment. But you see how long it lasts?
So how the hell are they gonna learn?
How the hell are they gonna learn?
So it's like,
so it's like you try to get one over on the system. Sorry, Lady Blue, I'm all taking over your stuff.
No, this Blue Table Talk. I just sit here and listen. It's all about the fellas. We listening. We learning how the man's brain tick. And I need the women to realize this. A lot of the stuff that you're saying, the women, they feel the same way. But it's just in reverse. And that's what I need for them to realize. So I'm loving this.
Yeah. Listen, I went through a lot with my daughter.
I went through a lot with my daughter, man. Like,
I haven't seen my daughter since she was 7. Her mother took away from me.
Her mother took away from me.
Now, right now, she's 32 years old.
She's 32 years old.
The way she got in contact with me was when I caught my massive heart attack. That's how she got in touch with me. She goes, "Damn, my dad, you know, I want to see how he's doing this, and that." I told her, it took you this long to come and give me a phone call. But when you was younger, you couldn't give me a phone call because your mother had your brain all twisted up. But I told her, I still told her, listen, in my heart, I'm always gonna love you. I always loved you. I didn't see you. And I didn't hear nothing about you. And now I got a grandkid. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna push you to the side, but you're always gonna be in my heart. You're always gonna be in my heart. I told her, I'm never gonna push you. And I told her, I'm never gonna push you. That's the way.
Listen, I ain't saying make me cry.
That's the way it is.
Now I'm looking at the towel and stuff. Brooklyn.
He was all crying like crazy.
You
needed some napkins.
I'm always gonna love that.
I don't like really crying to nobody's info, especially if it's like, certain shit that people choose to disclose and choose to keep outside of like social media. But
you as a father got rights.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. Yeah, of course. I don't know the backstory behind it. Maybe she won full custody.
No.
Share joint
The
custody.
thing was that she moved to Florida, and then for Florida she moved somewhere else, and then she never told me where she was. So there was no way to me to catch up. Her mother never told me where she moved to. I was like, something. I'll see her one day. She's gonna come see me.
She's gonna come see me.
You know what I'm saying? I wish that on nobody. I don't wish that on nobody,
but at the same time, I wish my baby mother would do some shit like that. Like for real. I know I'm gonna go through certain strengths to find where they're at. Like I know somebody gonna slip up and be like, oh, this, that, and the third. Or I'm gonna find out whereabouts and I put it in the system. I'm looking for my children. I know they social. I know they birth certificate. I got all the information. At that point, we got joint custody up in there. Like I have no idea. Like somebody's got to help.
But now, I told her now I'm gonna give you all the time I didn't have with you. I'm gonna give you all the time now. In the summer she's gonna come down here. In the winter I'm gonna spend the whole winter with her. I'm gonna spend the whole winter with her in Florida. You got my grandkid. I told her, I gotta go see my grandkid. I gotta go see my grandkid. I gotta.
You a grandpa?
Yeah. That's what I want him to call me, Papa.
That is really cool. So I got one more question, guys, because we got maybe 13 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So do you, Brooklyn, do you think that the school system has an impact on how young men set up their family structure as well? Because, a lot of the schools, they're having it where as though soon as a child is in kindergarten and they sit them down, they don't put male, female. They say, what do you want to identify as? And different things like that. They're giving children in kindergarten, starting at the age of 5, the freedom to choose certain things. They're watching social media. They have Roblox. And the different stuff that you could be exposed to on these video game systems when you communicate with other people. You know what you're exposed to watching TV. And then you're doing one thing at home, but wait a minute. And one thing when they spend time with you, but wait a minute. When they go to school, they're adding on to it. So do you think that the school also has a contribution to what a young man prioritizes as far as when it comes to his mother, wife, and child?
I think so.
I live in Connecticut, so we have some of the best schools in the country. You do.
We don't have
none of that shit. Like they'll sue the fuck out of school if somebody parents find out that you letting my kids watch or be a part of something that I ain't consenting.
But I noticed
But I noticed that big importance. They have a super big importance. They have a super big impact on your development. You're with your kids more than you are. You're with your kids more than you are most of the time. So they have, there's like a big impact. And I think that teachers are doing a lot more than they used to do. You do have some districts and some teachers that just go there to get a paycheck. They don't really care about the kid. But there are some teachers and some counselors and aides that are really passionate about helping the development of children. I know that because I've worked with a couple of educators. I see here in my state, I think they're doing pretty good. You know what I mean? There's a lot of opportunity, more than there was. You know, I don't know what's going to happen in the future because I know that they cut a lot of funding, a lot of budget. Yeah, they cut a lot of funding. They did some shit, so I don't know how that's going to affect. I don't know how that's going to affect my kid. I don't know how that's going to affect my kid directly. I haven't really noticed or seen the impact yet. Hopefully, I won't. Hopefully, everything just works out and going in the same direction.
Shenanigans, what is your take on this? Do you think like the school system has a contribution to it as well? Because remember, they're reading the history books to them. They're putting that in them as well as following the see, as a teacher, they tell you what you can and you cannot do, and they have all these rules. It's not as slackish as you think it is. But the thing about it is we have good, like David get at me, good teachers who really care. We have teachers who don't care. It's a combination, just like the World Wide Web. So with all of that being said, with the school system and everything, along with roadblocks, video games, a TV, social media. Hi, how y'all doing? And you know, just all of that combined in one. Do you think that has a big influence on what your sons would like pick as far as their structure?
I would say yes or no. Yes.
I would say yes or no. Yes. And
a lot of people live their life off of their friends.
They go to school, but their friends are like a big thing too. Like these teachers may be some, but once they don't like the teacher, you know what they're going to their friends. They're going to their friends.
Relax.
To me, I don't think schools will ever give us what we need. They're only giving us the things we don't.
They're only giving us the things we don't. I'm serious. Not science.
What about savings? What about credit?
Savings. What about credit?
Nothing.
What about they don't tell us nothing.
All these things to be smart at.
All these things to be smart at, but nothing to do with it.
That part.
Ladies, y'all hear this? Y'all see why I picked these three guys?
I wish I did have parents that were like houses, really into businesses. I had to watch other people do that from a distance. I'm like, why I ask my parents what were y'all doing all this time? Remember the time when people were buying buildings for like a penny? Remember that? And they still own it to this day?
I don't know none of that shit.
They had buildings, especially in New York. People were buying these big ass buildings for a little bit of money.
I know that they do have property changes for $1, like even now today. Like
I don't know if they still do, but I heard they used to do it back then.
That's like family insiders get that opportunity. Like me and you don't have that opportunity. A bank will transfer funds over to another real estate company or another real estate agency or whatever for $1 or whatever, and it's some inside shit. I don't know the full workings behind that, but damn if I did. Oof. That'd be my content. That'd be my content. We all have houses.
I could go back and start over and do it again. It would suck because nothing would come out the same.
I do try to follow. I do try to follow a little bit more people who's really trying to spread the game. There's a lot of people on the internet who's really trying to put the game out there. People not doing the footwork behind some of this stuff. And I'm really starting to listen in, and I'm about to take a risk. I'll let you guys know how I turn up. That'll be another show next Wednesday.
Look, don't say that because we're going to look forward to it.
I'm dead. I'm dead ass. I mean, I could only blame myself. If I don't. I watch somebody if I watch somebody else get in the game and benefit from it, I could only kick myself in the ass. Nobody really wants to take that risk. But I'm do something. I need to do something. I think at this point, too much technology. It's too much technology. It's too much resources out there for us not to utilize it. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't have to do labor intensive work. We shouldn't have to do backbreaking work. You know what I mean? Like there's possibilities is there. The possibilities is there. And people are telling us about it. You just gotta follow. Some people want it's like, want their money, and it's like, you come to my seminars, $250, $200 seminar or something. But some of these people, they got the game, and I've been listening a little bit. I've been following a much more business and structured people on Instagram. One follow leads to another person, and this person's following this person, and before you know it, get in contact with the right people. Like I said, the most best experience.
Just tuning in, just so you know, this is Lady Blues Blue Table Talk. It's every Wednesday at 8:00. Right now, the topic is, your family structure, your mom, your wife, and your child, and the importance of it, the different things that basically influence it. And right now, we got David Get At Me, Brooklyn in the building, and Shenanigans, putting us on the ones and twos on, how they will want and hope to have an influence on their children, in reference to this and their take on it as far as the structure they would choose. Yeah, I'm sorry, David.
No, good. No, you good. No, good. You good. Appreciate you shouting me out. Big 27. Thank you, y'all. I'm live too.
I'm live, right? I ain't even paying attention to it.
I got people tapping in. I don't want to, interrupt nobody's time or whatever. They done came and left though. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate the 27. So yeah, that's definitely what's up. Structures are very important. You gotta have a solid foundation in anything you build. So it's very important. Yeah.
Brooklyn, is there anything that you want to say? I'm closing the whole episode just from a take as a conclusion that you want to drop on us.
Not really.
Not
really.
Not even a sofrito sandwich.
I'm gonna make you one of these. One day I'll bring one to you, bro. I'll bring one to you, bro. I got you.
I want some of those con pollo too.
I got you too.
Because I'm only chicken and seafood, so I don't know what you're gonna put in.
I got you too.
I want sofrito on my salad.
Get up, bro. Give me a sofrito.
Do he know he's... Listen, I ain't messing with y'all. I'm done.
Spanish thing, so I'm just going with it.
Oh, Lord. So, Shenanigans, is there anything that you want to leave?
I do want to say another thing. About the structure thing I was going to say. Also, my kids are so into their self. No matter what structure I try to make for them to follow, they're gonna do their own. Because then it's like you're following him, and they don't want to be following him, and they don't want to be followers. They want to be leaders. Wanting to be leaders, I wish they understood that the lead doesn't mean you're gonna feel if you fall. Doesn't mean you're gonna feel if you fall. But they feel as though, I'm just gonna. They want to do their own thing so they can make their own mistake. You know what? I'm gonna give them free will, just like God gave us. That was deep. I'm just gonna let them do what they do. Because I made it. I did great. But I made it, and they didn't. Nobody showed me how to do anything. I have a belief that my kids are all gonna do it the same exact way. If they don't, I'm gonna be there to pick them up.
I really I can really relate to where you coming from, because I keep going back to this, y'all. But when we was young, so what? It was snow outside. We still had to go to school.
Yep.
Y'all some
they used to kick us out and make us go outside.
Man.
Now they're like, I don't want to go outside. Like, get your ass out this.
Oh man, I couldn't keep me
inside. Now it's good, but they were already inside playing them video games. They didn't want to go outside to play basketball. Nothing like.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I feel like they're just as frail, and we would listen to people who went through stuff because we didn't want to go through what they're about to go through. They don't listen. They really do what they want to do, how they want to do it. They go by Google AI. They really believe Roblox. They really look at us as last resort when they come to their conclusions or decisions. Don't get me wrong, not all. if the majority do, and yes, they're gonna live their lives how they want to at the end of the day. Shenanigans is so right. We really try. We really do. And there are mothers out here who will not be on one accord and sometimes rub their own personal feelings onto their children instead of letting their children grow their own relationship and feelings with their father, which is really messed up. I'm really heartbroken by the situation you shared with me, Brooklyn, because I could never imagine, even not with the father. I would always make sure that he knows my address. Thank you, my love, because you know why? That's your blood. I think that's so unacceptable on a woman's part. And the thing about it is y'all chose each other. So therefore, you're just saying that he was a mistake and so on. No child is no mistake. What y'all did was beautiful. You created another person. But the thing about it is that you do not choose their decisions. You let them have their own separate relationship and you don't rub on them the feelings that you have for that person at all. That's wrong. Unacceptable. And David, I'm with you too, honey. I don't care where you at. If I gotta figure out where you at, go to the courts or whatever, I'm gonna get some visitation. We blood. I got rights. And I don't think that should ever be taken. And when a child is born, they automatically have 50-50 anyway. Unless you go to court and you take from the other person. You got to have good reasoning. You got to be extremely crazy, bad, and wild and out of this world to get those rights snatched from you.
That's crazy, but it really got to boil down to what you can afford to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. Like, if you ain't got money for a lawyer, you could go bankrupt fighting a case. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was gonna say something, right? I always thought now is born illegal for a parent to without both people agreeing on it.
It is.
It's illegal to take them out of the country. But it's fine for you to take them out of the state. But you got to make sure that the other parent at least has the address.
That's what I was saying. So I was surprised. My baby mother did some things, but trust me, I knew exactly.
Hold on, when she did that, they brought her back to New York. She had to come back to New York. She came back to New York and she went to court, and then that's when I told the court, all I want is visitation. I want to see her in the summer. She can have her for the winter. This and that. We did it back and forth, but then my daughter started getting older, and I did it for a couple, like a year or two, and then after that, I never saw her again, bro. She kept putting things in her head, saying, "Oh, your father's this, your father's this. He's never there for you. He was a deadbeat. He never gave me money for you. He never gave me money. And let me tell you something, bro. I have all receipts for everything that I did for that little girl.
And you shouldn't even have to have no receipts.
She could never say I never supported
her. That's not cool.
And then it's like, it's crazy, especially when you're not, it's like your baby mom is your enemy or whatever, because now it's like, asking questions like, oh, he got your number, when was the last time he called you? Did he call you and check on you? Did he call you and ask you how was school?
Her birthday is today.
Wow.
So she came and she asked me that. Today I said, yeah, no. And she goes, I said, what I want you to do is I want you to go check in the front door. And when she went to the front door, she said, you send me roses that I like. I said, yeah. You think I forgot about you?
You think I
forgot about the roses you used to always bring me? Come on, girl. I know you're ready.
My eyelash gonna fall off. Brooklyn,
I said, I know you're ready. I know you're ready, girl. I sent her roses and I said, look, there's an envelope there. It's money in the envelope. Go with you and your husband. Go have some dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I told her I would never forget about you. You're always gonna be in my heart. Either if I'm not here, you're always gonna be in my heart.
And I told her that.
Well, I just want to say thank you to all of you for coming in here and pulling up. Shenanigans, thank you for not forgetting me. Brooklyn, thank you for pulling up.
I was late.
That's okay. It's better late than not at all. Thank you, David.
Yeah, thank
David,
you,
that's my A1 day one. And it's so crazy because I had completely forgot how I originally met David, and he reminded me at Live Fest, and I was like, oh shoot, that's right. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, look, I be having Alzheimer's sometime, y'all, and I be forgetting stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just be coloring them gray hairs. And I'm telling you, I was like, wow, that's crazy.
I retain information.
Yes, you do. Because listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Some stuff, like if it's not something I really need to remember on a regular basis, it's kind of put on the back shelf. And I will say that from this whole conversation and just sitting down and listening to you guys, I'm not a religious person, but I'm still gonna say I hope and I pray that I was a positive influence on my kids' lives. I'm thankful that with my oldest daughter, he apologized for his shortcomings. He apologized to my daughter when she was 12 years old because we got stood up. We were at New York Penn Station, and she told me about this last week and was like, Ma, I remember you made every effort to connect, and he just did not show. So, I thank God for the patience that was given to me to stand by her when she felt like got to know who her father really was. Don't get mad at me. I've been already scolded. They told me, you got to stop buying gifts for your daughter, saying it's from dad and it's not from dad. I got in trouble for that. I took her to see a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist said, listen, you're making my job harder. Because she's thinking that these gifts that she's getting is from dad and it's not from dad. And I had told the psychiatrist, listen, he has a really good heart. I know he has a good heart because that's the reason why she's here. You know what I'm saying? But the psychiatrist said, wait a minute, that's your relationship with him. The relationship that she has with him is separate. You gotta not do that. You know what I'm saying? So I thank God for the patience to listen and do what was needed for my daughter to get to know her father, good and bad. And today she has grown up to be a beautiful young lady that I'm so proud of. At the age of 26 with her CNA security license and all that good stuff. She's the Hispanic mommy version of me, okay, raised in Brooklyn. And she is such a beautiful young lady. And you know what? She knows today who she can call when she needs to call for help. At her graduation, I stood there. My dad stood there, and her sister's father stood there. You see what I'm saying? She knows who's in her corner. You see what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I did the right thing. Y'all reassured me. Y'all made me feel good as well because I always made sure that they were well informed as far as where they lived and everything. As far as traveling, y'all basically reminded me that you did that part right at least. I learned a lot today. Yeah, the shenanigans too. Telling me, listen, them kids gonna do what they want to do regardless. They got a mind of their own, no matter what we do. So thank you, shenanigans.
Half of my kids are Puerto Rican.
Listen, I done learned a lot today. Thank you so much, guys. I definitely got to do this again. Everybody, next week, make sure y'all pull up Wednesday, 8 o'clock. So next week's topic is going to be, you driving, but who going to sit next to you? Your mama or your wife?
Oh, no.
Ooh, boy, it's going to be a hot seat. I can't wait.
Yeah, where we going?
I don't know where we going, but I just know you about to drive that car. And who gonna sit next to you, your mama or your wife?
We have better conversation. My wife. We have better conversation.
Okay, well, I expect to see you in the comments then. So y'all make sure y'all pull up next week on Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Because, baby, it's going to be juicy.